Hello beautiful souls and welcome. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. Today we are using the Wisdom Seekers Tarot for this general reading. Now because this is a general reading, I do want to give the disclaimer that not all messages will resonate with everyone, and that is perfectly okay. I post all sorts of videos, and perhaps another one will be more applicable to your current energies and your current situation. This is a timeless reading, so no matter when you stumble upon it, it will hopefully provide insight into the energies surrounding you. So let's get started and see what energies are surrounding us today. We are starting with the Four of Pentacles. So, I should put it over here so I don't cast a shadow on my face. So the Four of Pentacles is a card of consideration. It is a card of meditation, contemplation, taking time to think things through. So if you're watching this, now is not the time to rush into decisions. Now is the time to slow down and really analyze and consider the situations at hand. Sometimes we do want to rush into things and react in certain circumstances, but it's time to pause, to take a break and just look at the broader picture, look at the broader sense of things, and how will this decision, how will this affect me in the long term? Sometimes this is even about responding to situations as they happen and taking time to respond versus react. Sometimes in a situation it seems like it's so dire, and in the moment you just need to react, and a lot of the times it's reacting with negativity. And how can we pause and think, will reacting negatively to whatever this stimuli is benefit me? Okay. So then we have the World, and we have the Nine of Cups. Okay. So the Nine of Cups, this is a card of being content in a situation. So maybe even as we are considering the world around us, it is about, thinking about, again, the grand scheme of things. So when we're slowing down, meditating, we might be very content with our situation, but there's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth. There's always room for taking it to the next level. Okay? And now this isn't to say that there's anything wrong with your current situation. In fact, these cards would lead me to believe that your current situation is very positive. It is, or at least appears very positive from the outside. The outer perspective may seem very positive, but again, with that contemplation card, it might be something that you're not feeling so positive about. Perhaps it is, the loss of a job, the loss of a loved one, whether leaving this physical realm or just separating your energies. But with the Nine of Cups here, like, this is positive energy, but it is also moving energy. Like, we see it going from cup to cup to cup. This isn't stagnant energy. It's not staying still. Things are moving, and they're also moving in a very secular fashion. If you look at this card, all of these cups are intertwined. They're all interconnected. There's no beginning. There's no end. They're all together and feeding from the same source. And as I look at this card, we've got 3 birds on this Four of Pentacles. The 3 is very cyclical. It's birth, life, death, beginning, middle, end. So when one thing ends, another thing begins. And even the World card is a very circular imagery, cyclical, cycles, whatever that word is. It's about moving through phases, through transitions. What it might be, let's check the back of the deck energy because I'm tempted to do that. Yeah, the Tower. Okay. So what I'm sensing is that you may feel like things are starting to crumble down around you. Things might be falling apart. And it's because you are completing a cycle and moving into a new aspect of it, you know. What we see as death, we'll say in the plant kingdom, let's look at a fruit, right? When a fruit has fallen off of a tree and it starts to decay, it's the end of the life of the fruit, but it is the beginning of life for so much more. That fruit becomes food for other creatures. That fruit decomposes and becomes fresh soil, which then nourishes the tree to create new fruit, right? So a lot of the times we see death, quote unquote, this, again, I'm not talking literal death here, but metaphorical death. We see death as an ending versus a transition into a new phase, a rebirth, so to speak, an awakening even. But it always seems so hard right before it gets better, right before the amazing things happen. It seems like all is lost and everything stops, and it's really hard to handle, okay? This is the Witch's Wisdom. So yeah, as you move forward, it's take time to contemplate, to see the bigger picture. How is this hard circumstance potentially going to benefit you in the long run? How can we transform it and bring it around? Instead of being an end, how can it be a new beginning? We have the card of ritual, okay? So making sure that you are sticking to the rituals that you have created for yourself, your routines, your habits. Just because something is, falling apart doesn't mean that every part of your life has to end. Perhaps a relationship has ended, and that doesn't mean that your day-to-day routine needs to change dramatically. Perhaps the person's not living with you anymore. Perhaps you don't see them every day. But you don't need to let that stop you from getting up in the morning, from eating your breakfast, from watching your favorite YouTube videos, from doing what it is that you enjoy in life. If you are feeling like you're in a very, very dark place and you can't get past what has happened, then it may be time to look beyond YouTube videos and get some professional help, some mental health. Depression, anxiety, these are all very real and can be very serious. So if you do need help, do not hesitate to ask. It can be very, very hard to ask, but I believe in you, okay? I really hope that you believe in yourself. But try and stick to your daily routines. Try and stick to what brings you joy on a daily basis. Let's say this could even be a transition in your job. It might not even be that you've lost your job, but perhaps you've switched departments or your hours have changed. Perhaps you've gone to shift work when you used to work 9 to 5 or something, right? How can you take your rituals, your routines, your habits that you have created, and how can you implement them into this new aspect of life to have this new cycle be something that's very familiar and very comforting, even though things are different, even though things have changed. Okay, I literally just dropped a whole bunch of cards, but it's I put these down on my lap and they literally just fell everywhere. So stick to what brings you joy, what brings you comfort, but don't forget that things are always shifting, things are always moving, things are evolving and changing, and we too need to evolve and change with those things. Okay? If we want to improve our lives, we need to be willing to grow and to change and evolve. So perhaps it's time to take this opportunity to do just that. I hope you enjoyed this tarot reading. If you enjoy tarot and oracle readings, spirituality related content, please hit that subscribe button and do all those other fun YouTube things like hit the like button, leave a comment, and share with all of your friends. I hope you have a fantastic day. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Bye.